This is AI Finance Daily. We need to talk about the real price of fine-tuning. When customizing AI models destroys your margins. The number nobody mentions? Fine-tuning costs can soar to nearly 20% of your total project budget. I want you to think about that for a moment. As enterprises rapidly integrate AI models, the details of implementation fall into the background. But the economic implications are critical. Once you dive deeper, you'll discover that customization not only inflates direct costs, but also drives up your long-term operational expenses, creating a labyrinth of hidden fees and unanticipated resource drains. Why is this happening? The AI landscape evolves swiftly, yet the operational mindset lags. Companies pour resources into fine-tuning large language models without fully appreciating how these customizations impact both performance and margin. Industry leaders tout the need for tailored approaches, but the underlying unit economics here are being deliberately obscured. Initial appeal can cloud judgment. When margins appear healthy on the surface, there's a tendency to abandon scrutiny. Let's unpack what fine-tuning entails. On the surface, adjusting a pre-trained model from, say, OpenAI or NVIDIA seems straightforward. You load specific datasets and run a training process designed to make the model more responsive to particular queries. While this might seem innocuous, each iteration isn't just about data, it's also about compute power. For example, fine-tuning a large model could require about 5,100 GPU hours, leading to direct costs that can reach $3,000 to $6,000 depending on cloud providers. Add in the necessary talent, data scientists and ML engineers, often commanding salaries over $150,000 annually, and you're looking at a project that's not just expensive, but undeniably complex. When these professionals work on fine-tuning, their involvement isn't just a cost. It's a resource drain that impacts your timelines and ultimately your margins. Enterprises often overlook these cascading effects on productivity and efficiency. They believe that a handful of tweaks to a model will yield outsized returns. The reality? Growth is not a substitute for margin. A flashy demo using a customized AI model can secure initial buy-in, but customer projections based on cost structures that ignore fine-tuning expenses risk being profoundly misleading. Let's consider a worked example. A financial services firm aiming to enhance customer interaction decides to fine-tune an existing conversational AI model for personalized user support. Initial estimates suggest they could save 20% on customer handling time. However, with unforeseen fine-tuning costs of $15,000 in compute resources and another $30,000 in engineering labor, the project requires 12 months to yield results. When it finally launches, the user experience isn't as personalized as promised, leading to customer dissatisfaction. The anticipated savings evaporate, leaving the firm scrambling for efficiencies they were convinced they'd gained. What drives these costs? Firstly, data quality. The quality of datasets for fine-tuning significantly impacts the effectiveness of the resulting model. If you're working with subpar data, the fine-tuning process only compounds inefficiencies. Secondly, compute cycles. Performance must be scrutinized but underappreciated. Extended training is often necessary. Thirdly, system integration adds another layer of hidden costs. Connecting fine-tuned models with existing applications often leads to more development time than originally budgeted. So, what moves the needle? I'd rank the factors as follows. First, invest in quality datasets. Quality will not only ensure better performance, but reduce iterative stress on the model. Second, plan for compute by budgeting significantly for GPU resources, at least 30% more than your initial calculation. Finally, involve cross-functional teams early on to ensure everyone understands integration needs upfront. In conclusion, while fine-tuning may seem like a straightforward path to enhanced AI performance, the realities are often much more convoluted. Navigating those waters requires vigilance to guard your margins. Watch out for those hidden costs, because when they start stacking up, you could find that your much-publicized AI solution becomes an economic sinkhole instead of a revenue-generating asset. The figures discussed here are drawn from publicly available data. Always verify before making any financial decision. This is educational content, not financial advice. This has been AI Finance Daily. Stay sharp. And if you want to keep thinking clearly about AI and your finances, follow the channel. We publish regularly, and every episode is built to give you an edge.